More race politics, talking about demented. America, right, is going to the election in just over a month. Now, the race is very tight. I know you say that Trump will romp it in. I am not as optimistic. The Democrats need to win the crucial state of Florida. Now, to do that, billionaire Mike Bloomberg, who was at one stage Democrat candidate for the nomination, has decided to recruit criminals, and only criminals from two races. As the Washington Post reports, Bloomberg and his team have raised more than $16 million to pay the court fines and fees of nearly 32,000 black and Hispanic Florida voters with felony convictions to boost turnout for Democrat candidate Joe Biden. And that's because of a rule that says unless those fines are paid, criminals cannot vote. And by the way, this scheme does apparently not apply to paying for white criminals. Rowan, what do you make of this?
Well, when the history of the 2020 Trump landslide, or the Trumpslide as I call it, is written, this will be one of those moments that people will look back and go, whoops, big mistake by the Democrats here. This is the equivalent of Joe Biden telling a black journalist or a news commentator, if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black, which sent loads of black Americans rushing into the arms of Donald Trump. They were so insulted, so patronised by this idea that their skin colour, a la Pasco, their skin colour would actually determine the way they voted, that they were so incensed that many people shifted and said, no, we're going... And we're seeing that. We're seeing that a lot, the Blexit movement and others, where people are leaving the Democrats and going over to Trump. Now, this is exactly the same. The racism in this stinks to high heaven. Firstly, he's assuming that blacks and Hispanics who are criminals, he's sort of tarnishing, painting them as criminals to begin with. That's going to backfire. People are going to go, hang on, why are you assuming that there's so many black and Hispanic criminals out there? And secondly, it's going to backfire because every decent person in a democracy knows that if you do the crime, you do the crime, you pay the time, sort of thing. So if your conviction means you can't vote until you've done this and that, then it is wrong. It is just fundamentally wrong that you avoid. It's racism and it's wrong. Criminals
sitting there thinking, why can't I be part of this? They should sue for racial discrimination. Rowan Dean, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.